Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin in sell-off mode still without any signal that a low has formed. Together with the stock market, which I'll have to have a look at later. But Bitcoin is trying to find a low there without success though. The overall situation hasn't changed. So overall we could say, look, Bitcoin, everything's fine, okay? But the altcoin sector, I mean, it's been a really rough weekend for Bitcoin as well, up absolutely. But it's dropped only like 10% in the last few days from the high. That is even normal, even in bull markets. I think what really makes people nervous is the altcoin sector drop. And obviously also here on the Bitcoin chart, it's now approaching the key 92,600 level. A test of that level now appears likely based on latest price action. I mean, I provided some targets there for you in blue. These have been reached, but now already broken, so the price is not even there. Other than a little bit of up and down, there hasn't really been a substantial upside reaction. So it seems like, but bear in mind, you know, it seems like there could be like a final shakeout. So we'll see what Bitcoin does. It's dropping significantly at the moment, and there's really high volume and volatility just after the weekly candle close. So this is obviously an analysis of the shorter time frame. So whenever you watch the video, it could have changed already, or but overall, I mean, the overall context hasn't changed in weeks. But if the micro price action is very much in motion all the time, for latest updates, feel free to check out our gold membership, or on X, we provide some more frequent updates as well in between videos. Not that regularly, but still more frequently than the videos. We want to talk a little bit about the micro price action, but I don't want to ignore the larger time frame. We should do that first before we dive further into micro price action. Because when we look at the larger time frame, I mean, Bitcoin is back below 100K. This is sort of the pattern that we've seen since, you could say, end of November. A little bit above 100K, a little bit below 100K, a little bit above 100K, a little bit below. And it's just an area that doesn't seem to be, they're so easy to hold. No surprise, really. It's something that I mentioned before, that I wouldn't be surprised if we see that pattern continue a bit. It's just something to be aware of. It's all-time high territory. Now, interestingly, the market is now pulled back to the trend line again, which it retested already on the 26th of January. 27th. Not sure if it's going to hold. It doesn't seem like it wants to hold at the moment, but that's why we have a bit of a reaction here, as it just dropped already to 95.5K. Now it's back to 96.5 nearly. So there's a lot of volatility, but it's crypto. So we could still say, maybe, it's this maybe still an A-B pattern. We move up in wave C, maybe. I'll take the micro action or price structure out now for now. That's why we track the shorter time frame anyway. But it's now reached the trend line, and this could still be wave 4 low on the 13th of January. And as long as the market can find support before breaking below 92,600, it could still start, the next leg up in wave 5. Below 92,600, which is a support level we're tracking on the smaller time frame, it's likely going to drop to the 80K region. So 82K is the next key support there. The area around 88.9, 89K is the 13th of January low. This would likely be broken next if the market can't hold 92,600. Then we'll likely move to 82K. Then we'll likely move to 75K. So, but as long as we're holding above 69K, I still would give it quite a, let's say, fairly decent probability that it could still move to 130K. At the same time though, while at the moment I've got two bullish scenarios, direct move up or after a reset of wave 4, one of them will obviously be invalidated if we break below the 13th of January low. In that case, then it would obviously open the door to a already unfolding bear market. Yeah, but that cannot be confirmed until the price breaks below 69K. That would be confirmation, not certainty. A break below round about 52K, this swing low of the 5th of September or 6th of September would be further confirmation, right? But then we've already dropped like nearly 40% or so. So yeah, it is, that's why I mentioned already in November, the risk is high in this region. It's not going to be an easy ride. We're in the last wave of the cycle, and I would still like to see one more high, right? That's what I would like to see. That doesn't mean, of course, it's guaranteed. So far, this Bitcoin structure has moved actually perfectly from 2022, much more predictable than altcoins, and in a really nice 5-wave pattern. I mean, really nice. Just that this 5th wave could get another high. That would be ideal, right? I cannot rule out that maybe this was it. You know, the high that formed here on the 20th of January. No, I can't rule that out. But it just doesn't... it would be ideal to get to 130k. That's all I can say. Looking at the smaller time frame, yeah, again, we've reached not only that trend line, but also the lower boundary line of the trend channel here. The 61.8 retracement there, around 95.3k. This is key support, right? And it's a golden ratio level. It's one of the most important Fibonacci levels. It does appear that the market might need another 4-5 pattern before forming a low. So I've got this resistance area here on the chart. I have been adjusting it today, throughout the day. Let me go to the 15-minute chart. Obviously, when the market moves so fast, you have to move these labels all the time. You know, it is what it is. So market is trying to form a low there, but it's obviously... So either the low is forming, or there could be another 4-5 pattern. I would mentally prepare for another 4-5 pattern. First of all, we need to see how the reaction is. And then we have to observe the resistance area, which is now located between 97,868 and 100,623. In simple words, it means we need a break above that area to indicate that a low has formed, okay? A 5-wave move up. So what you could also do, you can track, I mean, this is a pretty obvious trend line to the downside. I'd say a decisive break above this trend line would also be a good signal that a low has formed. That's a pretty obvious one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 touch points is pretty good, okay? Maybe we've got even one more up there, so 5 to 6 touch points. Yeah, so it's again, I can only say it's an area where a low could form. If another 4-5 pattern forms, it ideally wave 4 would start from here somewhere. The 5th wave could then test the 92.6k level, and to keep the bullish scenario overall alive, ideally this level holds, right? So that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching.